Okay, we're going to get started. As you can see, we had quite a few staff with a lot of years of service. I hope you enjoyed my saxophone playing during the intermission. So I'd like to introduce our Vice President, Jennifer Van Reen, to give us a chapter prayer.
Hi, everyone. Dear God, every person has a purpose, and while your eternal plan is not known, we do reaffirm our role in helping those in need. It is our prayer that we will be ever mindful of our responsibility as parents, families, and friends of people with intellectual or other developmental disabilities, helping them to a full measure of the precious life you have given. Guide our association so that we may be ever strong and selfless and bestow your blessing on us all. Amen.
Thanks, Jennifer. Jackie, we're going to be highlighting you, and you can start.
And while we do that, I just want to mention to everyone that we are recording this video and it will be placed on YouTube afterwards. I just want to make sure we're clear that everyone knows it's being recorded. Thank you. Jackie, you do need to unmute.
Thank you for the reminder. Welcome, everyone. The 2021 annual meeting of the Ark Jefferson St. Lawrence is now called to order. I think everybody knows me, but if not, I'm Jackie Sauter. I'm president of the board of this organization. And on behalf of the whole board of directors, I welcome you to this meeting. While Zooming is not the same as an in-person gathering, I'm grateful that this format allows us all to stay safe while sharing the joy of celebrating the remarkable work that our organization accomplishes. We've got a lot on our agenda today, so I'm going to keep my comments pretty short. This past year has been a time of incredible challenges, critical funding and staffing issues, confusing and burdensome, complex regulatory concerns, and of course, the COVID pandemic and all the work of keeping people protected and safe. One would think that it would be more than any organization could manage, and there's no doubt that at times every one of us involved has been weighed down by all of these challenges. And yet here we are, still working, still moving forward, still making a real difference in the lives of the people we support. So we need to give ourselves credit. It's all of us working together, direct care staff, office staff, the management team and leadership, the board, the volunteers, the families, the self-advocates, and everyone who supports this organization that has kept us going as we continue to do the work that we can all take pride in. So while we may not have as much money, staff, opportunities, you fill in the blank, as we would like, what we do have is incredible abundance of commitment to our mission and to the people we support. We've accomplished a lot in the last year. We have a remarkable sense of energy, of community, of can-do spirit, and we'll get it done because we believe in each other and we believe in the work that we do together. And that's why we're here together today, to share and to celebrate the accomplishments and commitments of so many individuals. And so on behalf of the whole board, thank you for what you do. And now I call on Joanne Rode for a presentation of the slate of officers and directors. Joanne.
Okay, at this time, the slate of officers that is being presented would be President Jackie Sauter, Vice President Jennifer Van Reen, Secretary Treasurer Joanne Rode, Directors for the 22-24 term, Stephanie Campbell, Ann Chrisley, Wanda Reardon, Ann Spies, Beth Yanko, and we have 3 new members coming on the board that were just voted on, Sean Signor, Mary Ann Dobmeyer, and Laura Carbone. So can I have a motion from the floor, please, to accept this slate of officers?
So people are going to have to unmute to do the motion and to vote.
It's Peter. I will make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second Jennifer Von Renen.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Next on our agenda, we've got the report from Howie.
Okay, so I'll start off with a quote by Bruce Lee, who was the famous Kung Fu guy back in the 70s. If you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work, into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus. And you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. And I feel that is demonstrative of this organization. We continue to excel. We continue to look at issues. We may stay plateaued for a while, but we always look to innovate and improve. This last year has continued to be challenging, as Jackie said, in regards to still managing the impact of COVID, as we see a resurgence and the inability to open back up all our locations, especially in St. Lawrence County, based on a combination of requirements, staffing, and bus driver shortages. Staffing has continued to be our #1 issue, with high vacancy and turnover rates. That has not only impacted our services, but has been impacted our ability to open sites, reopen sites, and to fill vacancies in our residential program. I appreciate all our staff who continue to go above and beyond to meet the needs of those we support, who often put the needs of those supported over those of their own family, who have continued to keep them engaged as much as possible, and who are innovative in providing activities and trips into the community while keeping people safe. The quote above reminded me of our striving to constantly improve, to look at options for services, to engage people more directly in what happens with their lives, and to be responsible to those we support by ensuring we have resources to provide them the best services that we can. It is a constant initiative, but one that drives us to success. Some of our accomplishments during the year: we've increased our New York Air Brake kitting operations significantly, and Lynn was successful in getting pricing increasing. Have started the repackaging project that we hope will take off with PFG with our variety packs of soups, vegetables, and fruits. Obtain the Westcott's Beach contract to clean the cabins during the season that will continue on next year and hopefully more into the future. We continue to be the prime contractor for the border stations along the St. Lawrence. We've continued to operate our businesses and our federal contracts during the pandemic. They did not shut down. If they did, it was only briefly for a short period of time. The huge accomplishment of the 420 Gaffney Drive building being transformed into a modern, environmentally sound building after a year of construction. Continue to operate public transit during the pandemic in St. Lawrence County. And during this year, we just were recognized with receiving 10 new buses through a grant opportunity. We've received federal funding during the pandemic through an HHS grant, which was close to $1 million. A FEMA grant, which we have finally been recognized to be approved at 100% at $129,661. North Country Initiative grant to get tablets for our behavioral staff, our nurses getting laptops, and our residents all getting tablets to improve communication, the opportunity to connect with family members, and to coordinate services. We've also received many more grants through the foundation and have hopes we'll be successful with a member item through Gillibrand for residential and preschool. I believe this is probably the most successful year for funding through grants, and we're looking more and more to do that into the future. Our budget for 2020 was close to $76 million, with about 61% of that being Medicaid. We are very unusual in the ARC world in that most ARCs have 85% of their income derived from Medicaid. Our diversity helps us tremendously and allows us to provide revenues and resources for those programs that aren't quite as successful based on some of the restrictions we have in programming, such as the preschool. Our agency currently has about 1,000 staff as we look to fill our vacancies. and reopen our programs. Some of those programs will be similar to what we operated in the past, and some of them will be much different. We've been able to make many improvements in our residential sites in both counties, and that'll be an emphasis for the future. We've also been very successful in replacing our older vehicle stock, as we will be looking to go to a 4 to 5 year rotation. So we have reliable and safe vehicles out on the roads for our programs. I think overall, we've done an excellent job of combating COVID. Although somewhat disappointed in the low numbers of staff vaccinated, we've done well in getting those that we support vaccinated. Our numbers were relatively low for the size of the organization in regards to having positive COVID. We've hired 2 self-advocate consultants. One of them was Heather Romanek and one Zed Dure. We're pleased that Heather Romanek was just acknowledged by the ARC of New York and selected as the Self-Advocate of the Year. And she'll be opening the October annual meeting for the ARC of New York. Both of them continue to work very diligently with the people that we support, as well as with our staff. And I think they're great positions and will benefit the organization tremendously. As Tim said, we continue to be CQL accredited and are working on that to maintain that for the future. And we continue to be one of the most fiscally strong organizations, not-for-profit organizations in the state, based on our management team and the work that we do to be diversified. The other thing we've done is we've been successful in trying to reduce our costs in the preschool. Lynn's been successful in expanding our caseworker for the children's services, and we just recently during this year hired another one, and we'll continue to expand in that area. Some of our challenges, our number one challenge is staffing and getting wages up to a living wage. The changing regulations and surviving the pandemic. The need to upgrade our residential programs and look at a different model of service as we try to reduce the size of some of our larger sites in Jefferson County. Opening back up our programs in a safe and effective manner and filling our vacancies in residential. The unknown impact of managed care. The 14C issue and the repeal of that and the impact on our business model. But more importantly, the impact on those people that we support, who if it does go through and is successful to be repealed, will eliminate basically 80 jobs that are out there right now. The lack of consistent and adequate funding from OPWDD. Reacting to the changing landscape created by COVID and the impact on future operations and services. And looking at the fiscal sustainability of some of our programs that struggle. And then the challenges and the excitement that we've brought on by moving more from a site-based program model to a community-based program model. So I think goals for next year are going to be to continue to advocate for a living wage for our staff, advocate for a delay in 14C at the minimum, continue to develop contracts for our vocational programs as our state funding has dried up, maintain our CQL accreditation. We'll have to review our strategic plan and update it, and may look at some point in the middle of the year, hiring an outside facilitator with more expertise in that regard. Reduce the number of locations that we lease space as we started to do, as more of our workers can work remotely successfully, or a hybrid model of such. As I mentioned before, we'll continue to look at upgrades to our residential model as we meet the challenges of staffing, but also to make them more accessible. And we'll continue to look at upgrades to our vehicles, especially in the area of wheelchair vans. And as I said, go to a 4 or 5 year model of replacement. And I believe with the success of public transit in St. Lawrence County, that within the next couple of years, we will be looking at implementing that model in Jefferson County. First and foremost, I want to thank the board of directors for their guidance, dedication, and adherence to oversight responsibilities. This is a huge operation, and the time spent in committee, board meetings, and events is appreciated. We do wish to acknowledge 2 long-term board members who have taken community service to a new level. So Karen Crowley, I'd like to talk about her a little bit first. Karen did come in the other day and had her picture taken. We presented her with a plaque, and a hoodie and a coin. She served on the board of directors of the Jefferson Rehab Center and then the Arc of Jefferson St. Lawrence for 17 years. She was active in our finance and program committees for many of those years, and her attendance at meetings was very consistent. She very rarely missed a meeting. Her skill sets and expertise on many levels was appreciated, and we wish her well in future endeavors. As I said, I presented her with the coin and hoodie yesterday and the plaque. And the plaque says, an appreciation for your 17 years of volunteerism and efforts to improve the lives of people with disabilities. Thank you again, Karen. We especially miss your quick responses to adjourn. The meetings just seem to be dragging on from now on, even since you've been gone. And Barb Rozier, she served on the board.
Hey, Howie,
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm on the phone talking with Pat. I just want to try and get her. She's having a little trouble connecting. If we could hold on this part and maybe hop back on it later because
Yep.
Barb's not with us right now.
Not a problem.
All right,
So do you want to go to foundation updates?
that would be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Are you ready for me?
We're ready for you, Michelle.
Okay. Hi, everybody. First and foremost, thank you to the Board of Directors for all that you do to support our agency and our foundation. We really appreciate all the time that you spend supporting our events, and after you've already committed so much of your time to the board governance, as Howie mentioned. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. We certainly couldn't do the things that we do in our foundation without your continued support. So we very much appreciate that. As Howie mentioned, it has been quite a year for our team as we've seen the completion of much needed renovations at our 420 Gaffney Drive facility and made our way through our first ever capital campaign. We've learned so much as we navigated through both processes that were very foreign to us, but we did it as a team. Also this past year, we celebrated Lynn Petrosky as she received the Mark Brandt Leadership Award, which was a well-deserved recognition. Our staff has rallied to continue providing services to children and adults of our community during a pandemic. Many departments were displaced due to construction, while others had to relocate to socially distance themselves. We all had to get used to Zooming into meetings, which is a hurdle for those of us like myself who are a bit intimidated by technology. But together as a team, we stayed strong, we persevered, and we're all getting through it together. And I'm really proud to be a part of this team. So what's on the foundation for our horizon? As Howie mentioned, we're really looking to help with the much needed updating and renovation of our houses, from generators to wheelchair ramps, and increasing accessibility within the houses, such as kitchens and bathrooms. They need a lot of TLC right now, and we're really committed to helping to raise funds to make that happen. We also want to focus on building our relationships with family members. Their support will be key to our success in the ability to update the houses. And we know that that is an important issue to many family members. So we're hopeful that they will be willing to support as they can to help us with that endeavor. Recently, Linda Quimby passed away. The Quimby family is the family which started our Jefferson Foundation through their bequest. So we were very saddened to lose Linda. She was a former foundation board member. So we really want to work on developing a legacy giving society in honor of the Quimby family, and we'll have more information to come on that as we develop it, but it'll be a circle of friends type structure or program where we will honor people for their lifetime of giving. In addition, some of you may know that we will be exploring the unification of our foundations. Now that we are through the capital campaign, we feel that it's important to forward the rebranding of the Arc Jefferson St. Lawrence, and rather than continuing with the separation of JRC versus St. Lawrence NISARC, we really feel that it's worth our time to explore unifying those foundations and pursue fundraising from a joint effort. So we'll be working on that over the next year and hope to have updates for you regularly at the upcoming board meetings. I know there's a lot of speakers tonight, so I just wanted to keep my remarks brief. Thank you again for all that you do to help support our foundation, our mission, and the people we support. My door is always open. You're always welcome to give me a call. For those of you who have not had an opportunity to come through the new building yet, I would love to take you through on a tour. Thanks.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm Michelle Quinnell Gale, the director of the St. Lawrence Foundation. The Foundation of St. Lawrence NISARC has had a good year in spite of needing to cancel the Brouhaha Hops fundraiser and having to move into a virtual format for the Autism Awareness Walk due to rising virus numbers in the area. Thanks to the work of a dedicated team, the foundation was still able to generate more revenue in 2021. We were also pleased to see enhanced support from the public for the walk and for our annual appeal. Contributions for the Autism Awareness Walk are still coming in, but we're on track to realize a net profit of about $13,000. The annual appeal generated around $11,725, which was slightly above the 2020 total. At the end of last year, the foundation moved our investment portfolio to Alesco Advisors and have seen a significant improvement with its performance. There has been an increase of 7.5% for the year to date and about 12% since its inception. Thanks to contributions from generous supporters, the Foundation of St. Lawrence NISARC has been able to fund meaningful opportunities this year. One of these endeavors was the installation of wireless access at our residential locations. This grant request came from the people living in our houses, and they are very grateful to now have enhanced internet access. The Foundation Board of Directors also approved grants to give people we support funds so that they could attend the Lodge at Dodge Pond with their housemates. And this gave everyone a much needed way to travel safely, get out of the house, and enjoy some time away during the pandemic. These are just a few of the grants given by the foundation. We appreciate all that our donors have done to help us make so many dreams possible for so many of the people we support. And now I'm happy to introduce Chief Operating Officer Lynn Petrosky.
Thanks, Michelle. Good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of sharing with everyone the 2021 award recipients for Career Connections and Career Opportunities. The ARC Jefferson St. Lawrence offers community-based employment services in both Jefferson and St. Lawrence counties. Through state contracts such as Access VR, OPWDD, and OMH, Career Connections in Jefferson County and Career Opportunities in St. Lawrence County assist in developing employment readiness skills in an integrated setting, community work setting through volunteer efforts. Having different funding streams allows us to service a wide range of people with varying types of abilities. Through these services, people are assisted with the skills needed to obtain and maintain competitive employment within their community. Congratulations to all of this year's 2021 award recipients. We have some dedicated and deserving people. So now I have the distinct honor of introducing this year's Jocelyn Award winner. This award is given to an employee who goes above and beyond, who is a hard worker, someone who never gives up, and is dedicated to his work. His coworkers and supervisors describe him as caring, determined, kind, and always willing to try new things. This employee has worked at Production Unlimited since 1985, over 36 years, and that is a huge accomplishment. As a result of this hard work, he has been able to purchase items such as a TV, a DVD player, or DVDs to add to his collection. He also has been able to go on several trips. He has a goal one day to be the top boss somewhere, maybe even the Arc of Jefferson St. Lawrence. And that, my friends, is a great goal. So please join me in congratulating Flip Johnson, the 2021 NYSED Jocelyn Outstanding Performer Award.
Congratulations.
I believe Flip is with us today. Flip, would you like to say anything?
You want to say anything? Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Flip.
Thank you very much.
So you want my job, I hear, huh?
Yep.
Well, yeah, you can have it. That's a great goal.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your hard work at Production Unlimited. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Okay, have a good night.
Yep.
So you too.
You too.
Thanks, Flip. Howie, as we, before we head in to do the annual awards, we do have Barb and Pat with us back on the phone or back on the Zoom.
If you want to highlight them,
Yes, we will do that right now.
okay. Well, it's my privilege and honor to recognize Barb Rozier. She served on the board of St. Lawrence and Nice Arc and the Arc of Jefferson St. Lawrence for 26 years, a tremendous accomplishment. She's served on many committees over the years and is still going to volunteer with the guardianship committees you heard previously. Barb, we appreciated your personal touch, your sincere interest in those we support and the staff, and your long-standing dedication to the organization. I personally appreciated your openness when I started first appearing up in St. Lawrence County. You and your husband both welcomed me, and I really appreciated that. So Pat, I would ask that you present Barb with the plaque that states Barb Rozier, Board of Directors, in appreciation for your 26 years of volunteerism and efforts to improve the lives of people with disabilities, 2021. We'll also provide Barb with a hoodie and a coin. The coin is our new coin of the Arc of Jefferson St. Lawrence from the merger. Again, we appreciate all your years of service. That's a tremendous accomplishment, 26 years. I just can't imagine doing that much on a board. So Barb, you want to say a few words? You got to take her off mute so we can hear from Barb.
Can you hear?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. I just said this is a beautiful plaque. Thank you so much. It'll look very nice hanging up in my log house. My 26 years on the board has been very rewarding. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I've met a lot of wonderful people and I've learned a lot. Because of my Stephen, my son that has Down syndrome, and NYSARC, I got on to, I started working for BOCES as a teacher's aide. And that's a field I never thought I would go into. I just never thought about it. But it has been a very rewarding occupation. I enjoyed it. I did that for 16 years. And the students I started out with when they were little, I saw them graduate when they were 21. So it was very rewarding. So I just wanted to say thank you. You're a great organization. I will still do anything I can to help you. Unfortunately, because of health issues, I just had to finally decide it was time to resign. So, but I wish you nothing but good luck. You got a great staff and they do wonderful jobs with our consumers. And as a parent, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Both you and Karen really adhere to our values of person-centered responsiveness, involvement, dignity, and excellence. And we appreciated all your contributions. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. You and Karen are an inspiration to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
You also have an adorable corn.
Nice. Whoops.
This will sit on the desk for you
Yes.
and you can turn it.
Oh,
You
nice.
you will love it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move on to our next agenda item, which is our staff recognitions. So we're grateful for the dedicated and hardworking staff that we have. They demonstrate passion, innovation, and dedication to meet the needs of those we support. The last 18 months has been extremely difficult with the pandemic, but our staff persevered by providing activities and sites, reaching out to families, operating our businesses and contracts, and providing a safe and healthy environment. Many are deserving of this award, as was evidenced by the list of nominees this year. So Michelle, are we going to run the nominees down through? Or do you want to just name them?
We were just naming them, Howie.
Okay. So the nominees for this year for Staff of the Year for the David Brasbridge Staff Member of the Year Award were Lori Blas, Michael Forget Jr., Jane Hewlett, and Robin McCormick. And a little bit about Dave Brasbridge. Dave devoted over 39 years to the agency as a direct support professional. He spent his entire career working at the DeVillers site. He was the first employee of the year for the St. Lawrence NYSARC back in 1990. So this is really a fitting tribute. He passed away suddenly in the summer of 2019 and is missed by countless staff and the people supported. His dedication to those we support is the basis of recognizing the Staff of the Year in his honor. He had such an easygoing and gentle demeanor that made him a perfect fit for this field. And he was one of the guys that was really nice to me when I first came up there. And I appreciated his support. Oops, I missed a couple too. Excuse me. Catherine Roberts was also nominated. Michelle Woodard was actually nominated too, and Robert Pacine Jr. So the recipient for this year is Jane Hewlett. Jane is direct support professional at the DeKalb IRA. She is immersed in the lives of those we support at this site and treats the residents as family. She knows the activities to keep people engaged that they enjoy, what foods they like, and is very well aware of the details of each one of the residences. That allows their lives to be meaningful. She often takes on extra responsibilities and works many hours to ensure the residents are provided with a safe and healthy environment. Jane is one of those staff who has a natural affinity for working with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. She is passionate, caring, kind, dedicated, and involved. We congratulate Jane on this recognition and thank her for all that she does. We did provide Jane with a plaque earlier, and I think, didn't we, Michelle, yet?
Actually, she'll be getting it from Gabby right now.
Okay, so we want to recognize Jane with a plaque, and also she'll be a recipient of a check for recognition of her support. We really appreciate all that you do and with the enthusiasm and passion that you do it with. So Jane, if you want to say a few words, you're welcome to go. I see you're at work.
No, I'm actually on vacation this week.
Okay.
But she came in just for this.
Yeah, there's a few people I'd like to thank. Christine Lozon, Jen Mason, and Angela Donaldson for giving me a chance at the art. The wonderful nurses that I work with, Marty, Peggy, Dawn, and first and foremost, my house individuals and my lucky staff that I work with, Jen and Teresa. It's wonderful to be here.
Well, you're a great example.
And I have amazing house managers too.
You're a great
So,
example of a direct support
Thank you
professional.
again for the award.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Annie. Now shut me off, please.
Okay. So now we'll move on to the Stephen Robards.
We have a video, Howie.
Oh, sorry. Thank you again, Jane, for all that you do. So we'll move on to the Stephen Robards Employee of the Year Award in the Jefferson end. So Stephen worked in our residential program for a large number of years. He was really ahead of his time in regards to person-centered planning. He worked in a variety of positions at JRC, and I believe his death at a young age of 43 back in 2011 from cancer when he was a residential coordinator overseeing multiple sites. He was a leader who instilled many values in those he supervised. But more importantly, the way he treated the people we support and was loved by them all. For they were family to Stephen, and he made sure they were well taken care of in all areas of their life and even after life. Stephen's the one that initiated the way that we do funerals and providers here in Jefferson County. And we kind of followed his example. He was a perfectionist. So nominees for the Stephen Robards Employee of the Year Award in Jefferson County are Debbie Broadhurst, Sarah Cruz, Trina Lennox, and Sherry Wilson. This year's winner is Debbie Broadhurst, who's been an employee at the organization for 30 plus years. She works in our preschool and is known for her strong work ethic, her positive personality, and a love she has for children that she cares for. She is known for excellent attendance and for taking care of any task that's asked of her. Debbie has a great personality and a demeanor that appeals to the children we support. She's a mentor to many of our staff in the program and has provided a lot of training and support over the years based on her tremendous experience and her skill sets. Her calming influence and bright personality make her an ideal candidate for this recognition. Debbie, we'd like to thank you for all that you would do. You've been an instrumental part in our preschool, and the kids really love you, and you often get assigned to the more difficult kids, I notice, when the one-on-ones come in. So again, we appreciate it. Are you on, Debbie?
She is.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and say a few words.
Wasn't expecting to have to say anything, but I was very surprised, and it's an honor. I knew Stephen personally, so it is a great honor for me, and I've probably got one of the best jobs around. I get to come in and play with kids and get hugs and have a great time all day at work. And I'm surrounded by a bunch of amazing staff, from the special ed teachers to the early ed, the other aides, the administration, and I'm just honored to be here. And when I started, when I was 18 years old, this was just a brief stop for me while I was going to college. And here I am almost 33 years later and could not imagine doing anything else in my life. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Debbie. And I provided Debbie with her plaque and her copy of her check today also. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Mike Borelli, who was a past recipient of this award and has also just been selected as the Deer Export Professional of the Year for the Arc of New York with a Thomas Mall recognition. So I just want to congratulate Michael for that recognition. We put in applications for DSP and Self Advocate, and we got both of those this year. So. Congratulations again, Deb. Great job. So now we're going to move on to the self-advocates of the year. This award was established to honor people who enjoy assisting others, participate in their life choices, and advocate for themselves and peers. The Kathy Hill Award was developed through the family of Kathy. Jim Hill and family have supported this recognition for a number of years. Kathy was a long-term resident and program participant in the agency, very vivacious personality. And as I've mentioned before at these annual meetings, her mother was a board member and she knew that. And so she knew she could influence people by saying, "Mom, I'm going to tell Mom." She liked to shop and she liked the men. She really enjoyed interacting with the male staff. So nominees for the Kathy Hill Individual Year of the Award for Jefferson County are Michael Coughlin, Matthew Frost, Amy Kirshner, Debbie Mullen, David Snyder, Randy Schultz, and Les Van Tassel. We are pleased to recognize and honor Amy Kirshner with the 2021 award. Amy lives in an agency residence in Watertown and works at Production Unlimited. She also enjoys volunteer work through the Community Pre-Vote program. Amy's housemates and friends selected her for this award because they say she's very nice and helpful. They said she's fun to be around, especially when she's entertaining people by doing karaoke. She's known for being a dependable worker who takes pride in her accomplishments. She knows what she likes and she advocates to do activities that are meaningful to her and also to help others. She's a joy to be around and we are very proud of her achievements. We congratulate Amy on being selected as the Individual of the Year for the Arc of Jefferson St. Lawrence. I stopped in last night to present Amy with the award in recognition. It's a house of ladies. They're very active. They're very talkative. And it was nice to spend some time with them last night. I don't know if Amy's on or not.
As an advocate, Amy advocated to not be on this call today, so we can all enjoy her presentation and she will get a copy of it later on.
Amy came to Production Unlimited on a full-time basis. That was 31 years ago. At work, she's a very flexible worker. She's always been flexible and helpful, and just about any job she needs to do, she does it. She's always continued to work and do what needs to be done. She works mainly in the New York Air Freight kitting area. She'll do any work that we give her to do at Production Unlimited. She's willing to do that work. She does a lot of packaging, but she also works on some grommeting machines for manufacturing. And Amy does continue to work at Production Unlimited 3 days a week right now, and she is in the Community Pre-Vote program 2 days a week. 2 days a week, she does the volunteer work at the local nonprofits, Salvation Army, food pantry. In her Community Pre-Vote program, she volunteers in the community, so she goes out to different sites and is helping out by doing volunteer work wherever it's needed. She attends a lot of our self-advocacy meetings. She's always very friendly and courteous with other people, fundraisers and community events. She attends all the park walks.
The one event that I got to do with her before COVID happened was the Scarecrow Scuttle, and she absolutely loved it, even though it was freezing that day and it was muddy. She was down to walk.
She gets along with everybody. She likes to joke and have fun.
She has a heart of gold and would do anything for her peers. So I can understand why they all loved her and voted for her to win this.
I'm very proud of Amy for winning this award. She keeps a smile on everyone's face at all times. I think she was ready to hear somebody else's name said, and then her name was said, and she threw her hands up in surprise and had a big smile on her face.
Proud
Well, I am very proud of Amy for winning this award. She definitely deserves it.
Just a very good coworker and helps a lot of people. Very friendly and sociable with other people and good sense of humor.
Amy's a pretty amazing person and she definitely deserves this award.
And Amy's mother used to actually work for us and worked in that house with Amy for a while. So we'll move on to the Self-Advocate of the Year for St. Lawrence. As we've said before, self-advocates are the center of all we do as an organization and are proud to honor their achievements at every one of these annual meetings. Again, we had excellent nominees for this award. It was a very tight race with the winner selected from votes from their peers. Nominees for this year were Jody Pacino, Robert Cooter, Gary Davis, Stephen Ochino, and Craig Patra. And this year's recipient is Jody Pacino. Jody works at the Ogdensburg Work Center for the agency Seaway Industries program. She works in this integrated business doing knitting with the New York Air Brake contract. She's the type of worker that we should all aspire to become. She comes to work with a good attitude and is focused on what she does in every detail when she is kidding. Her coworkers and friends voted her to win this award because they say that she is kind to others and makes them feel good. Her supervisors have proudly watched her grow over the years and found her voice with advocacy. She has a strong sense of what is right and respectful and shares her wishes with others. She also makes it a point to assist others who need support to share their opinions. We thank Jody for being a caring leader and for dedicated work at the Arc of St. Lawrence. And as Lynn has said before, all those workers at Ogdensburg can really produce and put out a tremendous amount of product every day. And Jody's a big part of that. So congratulations, Jody. Jody also, I believe, did not want to attend.
No, she was able to make it and she
Oh,
is
there
here
she
now,
is.
Howie. Yes, look, what a great surprise.
All right, Jody, congratulations.
Thank you.
We appreciate everything that you do at the Ogdensburg Work Center and your advocacy for your peers.
Thank you. I want to be back. I like my job. And I like everybody there.
Say, I love the staff.
I love the staff and they're
good people.
They're good people.
Is that a paid commercial advisement there?
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate all that you do, Jody, and we really want to congratulate you on the recognition for this year. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to watch a little video of you.
Jody is happy to let people know that 30 years ago, she started at the Ogdensburg Work Center for Seaway Industries.
Arrives to Ogdensburg Work Center every morning, saying good morning to everyone with a smile on her face.
Then when Messina opened, she went to the Messina Work Center, and now she is back to where she started at the Ogdensburg Work Center.
It doesn't matter whether she's folding literature or labeling or doing a 12-piece kit, and is always the first one to come and ask her supervisors what they expect of her every day.
She's a faithful worker, very faithful worker.
You gotta try your best. You know, I like my job.
We very rarely find a mistake.
She works on New York air brake kitting, and she can pretty much do any kit that we put her on.
And also she works very, very hard.
Jody is always willing to help out her fellow co-workers If they're struggling with an area, she will step up.
If she sees one of her coworkers struggling or maybe preparing a kit the wrong way, she will go and assist them and help them to do it the correct way.
She talks to us and is really truthfully nice to people.
Jody will take it upon herself to go over and help.
She's always ready to help out. And she does it with a smile.
You don't want to be bored.
All I can say is Jody has come a long way in speaking up for herself and feeling comfortable to speak up for others when she feels it's necessary.
Jody has come a long way. Before she would sit back and not step up, but now she is a very good advocate for the peers at Seaway Industries.
She does not like to see other people be put down or negative things be said about them.
The announcement was made yesterday at Seaway Industries that Jody was the Self Advocate of the Year award, and she was just so overwhelmed and smiling from ear to ear. And the cheers in Seaway Industries, I believe you could have heard down the block because they were all so happy for her.
How do you feel about winning the award?
Well, I like it. I like it. Dad was very happy. He was very happy. And then I had to call my aunt. And they were very, very happy.
Myself and everyone at Ogdensburg Work Center wants to congratulate Jody.
We're just all very proud of what she's accomplished and what she's overcome to get to winning this award.
Congratulations again, Jody. Great job. So just a couple comments before I turn it over to Jackie. I just want to be remiss if I didn't say that I have a great management team. My father told me when I was young, surround yourself with people smarter than you and you'll be successful. And I have a great team that really works above and beyond for this organization. We collaborate a lot, very well, and we're successful on our objectives. They're always receptive to change and looking to improve. And I'm very proud of the team that we developed here. So I'll end with a quote that I found a while ago that I really thought was insightful by Helen Keller. The only thing worse than being blind and not having sight is having sight and having no vision. So with that, I'll turn it over to Jackie.
Thank you, Howie. I want to say congratulations to all the award recipients and honorees, and also to all our newly elected board members and officers. You all inspire us. This meeting has really been an inspiration for everyone, so thank you. And we're going to close with the benediction. Spirit of the universe, we thank you for this opportunity to come together today. In this time of many challenges, we are grateful for the formidable responsibilities assigned to us, for the opportunity to work to the best of our ability, to learn, to grow, and to inspire those around us. No matter how weak or worried or overwhelmed each of us may feel at times, we remember that we are part of an amazing community and that the work we do makes a powerful difference in the world and in the life of each person we encounter. Thank you for allowing us to be strong, to act on behalf of others, and to be connected. Thank you for opening our ears to wisdom and our hearts to love and understanding. Amen.
Amen.
And with that, I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today for this very special event. I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Joanne Road, thank you. And is there a second?
Second, Ann Chrisley.
And Chrisley, thank you for the second. Motion to adjourn on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we are now officially adjourned. And again, I want to thank you all for attending, and I wish you all happiness and good health and look forward to seeing you again soon. Be well.